Hello and welcome to my channel, Basement Bodge. I am starting my channel with an 80s classic, the Tandy color computer, also known as the CoCo. I recently purchased this gorgeous 16K model of the Tandy color computer at a local estate sale for just $20. While there are variations in both design and internal hardware, all color computers had about the same type of input and outputs available, with only slight variations. All CoCos have power and reset buttons, an RF output, a channel select, a port to connect a cassette recorder for saving or uploading files, 2 joystick ports, which were designated as left and right instead of player 1 and 2, and a serial port for connecting floppy drives and other devices. But the most commonly used way of uploading files to the CoCo, especially for kids like me, is to use the cartridge slot. There was a relatively large library of games and programs that utilized the cartridge slot, as did a few peripherals. But all this information can be found from existing videos by YouTubers like Canadian Retro Things, Newsmakers Tech, LGR, and Adrian's Digital Basement. They will give you a comprehensive history of the Tandy and everything that it's everything.
It can't be done, you're crazy.
So instead, what I will do is tell you my personal history with the CoCo.
I'm not watching that. Jesus Christ, we don't have to watch it, do we?
I got my original Tandy color computer for Christmas. Sometime in the 80s, I can't remember exactly when. I had wanted an Atari, but my mom wasn't able to find one in our small town, so instead she bought me a CoCo 2. I do remember spending hours typing code out of the handy Tandy extended basic book, and not understanding what I was doing at all. When I wasn't doing that, I was playing my copy of Don Pan or Color Baseball. In Color Baseball, you can name the players on your team, and I have fond memories of my grandpa helping me fill out my team roster with names like Shoeless Joe Jackson and Babe Ruth. As much as I enjoyed my Tandy, I quickly pushed it aside the moment I got my Nintendo. The Tandy was put back in its box and spent much of the next decade or two in a closet, until the day my dad decided it would be a good idea if he computerized his welding business. I told him it wouldn't work as it didn't have accounting software, and it was now 2005. That was the last the family had mentioned that computer, and it was never seen again.
Father!
But now I'm the proud owner of this CoCo 1, and I can't wait to hook up to my TV. But first I need to find a way to do that.
You tried turning it off and on again?
My CoCo has its original RF cord as well as the box that allowed you to switch between the computer and the antenna on your TV for over-the-air television viewing. The problem is I don't have a TV that takes these spade connectors. To solve this, I purchased a commonly used adapter that will let me connect it to the coaxial input on my TV. Easy peasy. Just have to slide the spades underneath the heads of the screws. Not the most elegant solution, but the cheapest I could find at my local hardware store. Easy peasy. Now that my adapter is installed, I have hooked the CoCo to the coaxial connector on the back of my TV. So let's see how well the adapter works.
Well, it's just not working out.
Yeah, that's about how I remember it. While this quality would have been acceptable for my 7-year-old sensibilities, it no longer cuts it. I noticed on the back of the Tandy, the RF output looks exactly like an RCA video cable. While hooking the Tandy directly to a composite video connector won't work, both composite and coaxial cables basically consist of 2 wires. While I'm not an electrical engineer, I think this is one of those instances where wires are just wires. So my plan is to just connect an RCA cable to the end of a coaxial cable.
Go on. That's it. In Britain, the word plan refers to an idea or scheme that's more thought out.
Let's go into the basement and see if we can bodge this out. I mean, what other solutions could there be?
He'll realise in a second.
You know, I don't have any other options.
Sometimes it takes a while.
So I have here basically 3 solutions for hooking your computer up, your CoCo 1 or 2, up to a TV set. Now the first 2 here are basically the same. This one is a coaxial to RCA adapter, which would go into the back of the computer. Both of them have the input that takes this RCA style input, so you would plug this into the back of the computer, RCA into this, or coaxial into this, and coaxial into the coaxial input on the back of the TV. This one is a RCA to coaxial. So you would plug this to the back of the TV, and then you could plug an RCA style plug into there and then into the back of the computer. So let's look at this one in action, because this is the one I use the most. If you're using the coax to RCA adapter, the first thing that you have to do is plug your coax cable into the back of the TV. Once that is plugged in, then you go to the back of the computer, plug in your adapter, and then plug your coax cable into that adapter. Once that's done, it's ready to go. Of course, just do the opposite if you're using the other adapter. The adapter goes into the back of the TV, and then you use an RCA plug cord to go into the back of the adapter into the computer. So, the next thing you do is turn your TV on, tune it to channel 2, 3, or 4, depending on what you have your computer set to. Turn it on, and boom, you're ready to go.
Well, my memory card filled up on my camera while I was working on that, so I didn't want to stop. So I kind of just finished.
Oh, great. You blew the tape.
So here it is. Here's the connection. Not my best work. Not my worst work. But go here. We got the RCA jack, which is now an RF jack. Then we have our coax. And we can test the continuity. Tested this earlier, but let's just double check nothing changed. It's doing it again. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Okay. Alright. That. And then. Oops. Touch. Boom. Okay. Touch. Nothing. Oh, so you can't see that. Touching on the...
No. Keep rolling. This can all be part of it.
Alright, anyways, let's get this done. I want to test this. Alright, center. Nothing. Center. Nothing. Okay. Louder. Yes. Now, big one. Inner and inner. Aha. Inner, outer. Yep. Looks like we're good. Let's go test it out. It's all plugged in. RF side. Anyways, I'll plug it into the wall. Let's see where we're at. Here we go. Cross your fingers. Oh, that is much better. Oh yeah. It's not perfect. Still RF. And I'm still getting some sort of interference. Probably due to my bad soldering. Let's take a closer look. Well, you may not be able to see it as well, but there is a lot of sparkles still in the image. But as you saw earlier, it's much better. Okay, I'm back. I was gonna show off some of the programs I got and the tape cassette player and all those things, but I discovered something. A couple things. Learned how to do a memory test. There we go. And remember, this is supposed to be 16K. 16K. Now if you'll take a look, the memory test, we only have 8K basically. So looks like about half the RAM chips are bad, or maybe they're just unseated somehow. So I guess it's time to take it apart, see what we can find, see what's going on in there. But first, I need to get this chair out of the way. It's taking up too much room. So do that real quick. Needs to go downstairs. Alright, try not to wreck anything. Steady as she goes. Perfect!
You're just doing random crap.
I know. I'm sorry. I just want to have fun with you guys.